toward their cars, exchanging a few last words, starting the engines, driving away. A few seemed reluctant to leave. Among them, Helen. Dave strode over and joined her. "You okay?" She nodded yes. Shel had never understood how Dave had felt about her. He used to talk about her a lot when they were upstream, how she'd enjoy Victorian London or St. Petersburg before the First War. And, of course, he'd never shared the great secret with her. That was always something he was going to do later. For that matter, she had never understood how Dave felt. He'd introduced her to Shel and stood by while he walked off with her. Dumb. It occurred to him that maybe he was getting a second chance. The thought no sooner entered his mind than a flush of guilt ran through him. He pushed the idea away. Still, she was trembling. Her cheeks were wet. "I'll miss him too," David said. "I loved him, Dave. I know." He caught her arm. "Let's get out of here." They started toward the road. Tears leaked out of her eyes. She stopped, tried to say something, tried again. "I would have liked," she said, when she'd regained a degree of control, "to have had a chance to tell him how much he meant to me. How glad I was to have known him." "He knew, Helen. He was obsessed with you." She sniffled, wiped her eyes. "Are you going back to the house for coffee?" No. I think I've had enough." "Why don't you let me take you home?" "It's all right," she said. "I'll be okay." Her car was parked near a stone angel. Linda Keffler, Shel's boss for a good many years, came over and expressed her condolences. "We'll miss him," she said. She obviously had no idea who Helen was, so David introduced them. They were close friends. He said, "I'm so sorry, dear. To lose him like that." Helen didn't try to speak. She just stood, trying to control her emotions. Linda looked a bit weepy herself. "Let me know," she said, "if there's anything I can do." Then she was striding toward her car, moving quickly, anxious to be away. When she was gone, Helen started for her own car. Dave walked with her. "When you get a chance," she said, "give me a call." He opened her car door for her. She got in, started the engine, and lowered the window. "Thanks for everything, Dave." She raised her left hand in farewell and drove slowly away. She had known so much about Adrian Shelborne, and so little. Jerry was Shel's older brother. He wasn't much like Shel. He smiled more easily and was more aware of what was going on around him. He'd been staring down at the coffin, which waited on broad straps for the workmen who would lower it into the ground. When he saw that Helen was gone, he came over. "Dave," he said, "I appreciate your coming. No way I wouldn't have." "I know. I know you guys were pretty close." He took a deep breath. "It's hard to believe." "Yeah. I'm sorry, Jerry. You coming over to the house?" "Yeah. I could use a drink." They shook hands and Jerry walked away. Dave thought how superficial the guy was. This was the first time he could recall that Jerry had actually seemed to care about anything important. If Shel's father had taken him into his car...